So now here it says text revealed discussions of hacking laptop of OnlyFans model dead boyfriend, warrant says. All right, so they talking about the warrant too. An arrest warrant for the parents of OnlyFans model and accused murderer Courtney Clenny lays out how her attorney and her parents discussed trying to gain illegal entry to her dead boyfriend's computer in a group chat long after his death. How did they get access to this? You like that, Carlton? Hybrid grift? Yeah, this is the hybrid grift, bro. This is the hybrid grift. How did they get access to this to know what was going on the phone? I don't know how they did that, but you know. The 9-page arrest document says that in February of 2023, with investigators unable to unlock Clenny and her parents' cell phones, a judge signed off on a warrant giving police access to iCloud accounts that stored information inside of those phones. The warrant says that once access was granted, investigators uncovered among more than 4,000 messages, conversations between Clenny, her parents, and Clenny's South Florida attorneys Frank Prito and Sabrina Puglisi. So this is how they got it. Okay. Included within the group chat were various discussions about the victim's laptop and how to access it. Miami-Dade Police cybercrimes detective Adrian Perez wrote in the couple's arrest warrant signed by Miami-Dade Circuit Court Judge Mindy Glazer earlier this month. I'd hate to have that as the last name, Glazer. That's something, isn't it? Wouldn't that be crazy to have Glazer as your last name? Kirk, shout out to my man Kirk with the $4.99 super chat. Make sure you guys show him some love. Please throw some flames, radiation emoji, and ducks in the chat. My man says, still cutting the super chat brick like Shannon Sharp cutting that Cat Williams clip. Facts. That's how you got to do it, bro. That's how you got to do it. Cut it up. You know what I'm saying? Cut it. You know what I'm saying? Like Young Dolph and OT Genesis. You know what I'm saying? Like Young Dolph and OG Genesis. You know what I'm saying? So Clenny was charged with a second-degree murder in the stabbing of her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli, after a heated argument in their Bayside, Miami condominium in August of 2022. News of the domestic strife between the young globetrotting couple, he a cryptocurrency trader and she a social media influencer with millions of followers, propelled the story to international headlines. Clenny's parents, Deborah Lynn Clenny, who is 57, and Kim DeWay Clenny, who is 60, were arrested Tuesday in Austin, Texas. They've been charged with the single count of illegally accessing Obumseli's computer and are expected to be extradited to Miami. South Florida prosecutors believe Kim Clenny grabbed a computer from his daughter's apartment at One Paraiso in Miami's Edgewater neighborhood sometime between Obumseli's April 2022 death and his girlfriend's arrest in Hawaii in August that same year. Though Perito and Puglisi are mentioned as trying to figure out how to access Obumseli's computer in the warrant, they aren't accused of any crimes. Now, let me ask you guys this. Why are they not accused of any crimes? This is what I don't understand. If this was a crime for the parents and if this was a crime for Clenny, why is it not a crime for the attorney as well? Because the attorney is supposed to be operating as an agent for or a surrogate of all parties involved, which would be Courtney Clenny and the parents. So how is the lawyer not being scrutinized for any of this? Does that make any sense? To me, it doesn't make any sense for the lawyer to not be under any scrutiny. They're not even scrutinizing him. They're not even criticizing him. They're not even doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So now here says Courtney Clenny, who's currently jailed at Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center, was charged on Tuesday with the same offenses as her parents, illegally hacking into someone else's computer. Her attorneys were expected at a hearing in Miami-Dade Central Court on Thursday. So here goes the warrants that they're talking about. There's 9 pages of warrant. All right. See that? They got it all right there. Now, let me ask y'all this. I can do a stream where all we do is go over the warrant. If that's something that y'all want me to do, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Also, to the people that watch on the replay, make sure that y'all say something in the comment section if y'all want me to do that. All right. So now here it says, we believe the Clenny family has been targeted with some trumped up charges. We heard that before, to discredit them in the press and make their lives miserable. It stinks of a power play by prosecutors to control the narrative. The statement read, it appears the prosecutors are going for media mileage in this one with little or no evidence, as we have yet to know what the true accusations are. It's unnecessary and distasteful. The warrant says that when the group figured out the computer's entry code in September of 2023, Kim Clenny responds, hell yeah, that pin works. It's unclear what, if anything, was discovered or taken from the device. Attorney Larry Haneyfield, who is representing the Opensellies in a lawsuit, said Tuesday night the family is at least satisfied that justice is being served. Everything alleged about Openselli's murder led to international media attention. Two young, beautiful people living in an exclusive waterfront condo in sexy Miami in a relationship filled with domestic strife. They also spent time in Texas and traveled to Las Vegas and frequented Hawaii. Let me ask you guys a question. How many of y'all think that you have a good, fruitful relationship with an OnlyFans model? If you guys think that that's a sign of a good, wholesome relationship, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, give me a thumbs down. Now, I don't know if they're just doing, I don't know why they would say this, but I don't know. Like that to me, like it's just another day in the hood, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see nothing special about these two. You know what I mean? Known as Courtney Taylor on social media, she boasted over 2 million followers on various platforms. Now, that's how easy it is for certain people to just have followers for no reason. This is what we be talking about when I'm talking about people on social media who just have subscribers and followers and all of that for no reason. Why do this Courtney Taylor have 2 million followers? She got 2 million simps that just throw money at her for no reason. Now, here go the thing, right? Hey, if the market is there and is paying, take advantage of it. But the simps are the ones that create the market. I don't. Anytime people be talking about these OnlyFans models, you know, it's people that do streams all day talking about people OnlyFans models, and they mad at the OnlyFans models and all the damn OnlyFans models. Who creates the demand for the OnlyFans model? They're only servicing a market. One of the problems that I have is that dudes tend to create situations where women are able to prey on how much of a simp dudes are. And then the dudes turn around and become outraged because they created that situation where they've allowed the simping to become toxic. And now you got people cashing in on how much of a simp people are. You know what I mean? Make it make sense. This is a lot of the complaints that people be having. You know, if you watch Fresh and Fit, that's all they talking about. They mad about OnlyFans models. But Fresh and Fit, their audience is the same audience that buys the OnlyFans content. They're dudes that are simps that don't want to be simps. And simps pay for OnlyFans content, and they pay to be talked to by dudes that they think are alpha males that's going to somehow magically make them not a simp. Like, make it make sense. None of this makes sense. But regardless, I don't know why Courtney Taylor has 2 million followers. You know what I'm saying? Her attorneys have argued that the killing was in self-defense and justified. Relatives of Openselli assert he was never a threat. In the days following her arrest, investigators uncovered several episodes of what appeared to be Clenny attacking Openselli. Now, here go the question. Have we yet to see an episode of Openselli attacking Clenny? They keep sitting up here. Shout out to Janine, by the way. They keep sitting up here talking about how this is mutually toxic and all of this. I haven't seen any mutual toxicity. I've only seen one person putting their hands on another person. I've only seen one person defending themselves in this entire situation. And it's the guy who said all the negative stuff about Black Americans and Black women. That's the guy who's defending himself from somebody who he said was better than Black Americans and Black women. So just saying. Can't leave that out. Now, that's interesting, right? Because somebody affected his brain and made him think that way. And because he thought that way, he ended up dealing with somebody that put him in a casket. Now, let me ask you guys this. Even though you're responsible for your own decisions, I want to know who you all think are responsible for the components of Christopher Obumseli's brains that made him feel that way, that put him at risk. Do you guys think that that American propaganda is responsible? And that American propaganda, I think that American propaganda should be added to this lawsuit as an accomplice for brainwashing Christopher Obumseli to not only be a simp, but for him to make assumptions on people, quote unquote, based on skin color. Because, you know, that's what the conservatives say. The conservatives say that, you know, everybody just bases everything on skin color. Well, Obumseli based everything on skin color per his text. And that basing everything on skin color got him put in the ground. So I think that like Fox News and, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these people out here, I think that they should be liable as an accomplice and be on the defense, you know what I'm saying, right along with Courtney Clenny. What y'all think? If y'all agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. So now here's the, and then, oh yeah, not to mention he's got double issues, right? Because he comes from a place that was colonized to here in the United States where WS is still running rampant, doing the same thing that it's always done. So now he's got the colonized issues compiled on top of all of the nonsense going on here. That's a lot, man. That's a lot, but it don't exist though. It don't exist. Well, guess what? As a result of him buying into that stuff, he doesn't exist anymore either. Do you guys think that Ron DeSantis said anything about this? I'm surprised. Let me ask y'all this question. Are you all surprised that Ron DeSantis didn't donate $1 million to Courtney Clenny's defense fund? If you're surprised that Ron DeSantis did not provide money to Courtney Clenny's defense fund, give me a thumbs up. And the reason why is because Ron DeSantis, as we all know, one of the things that Ron DeSantis is famous for, taking money from racists, right? That's been proven. And another thing that he's famous for is he likes to put money in the pockets of white people who kill black people. These are things that Ron DeSantis has done. He also created a state, which this is in Florida, right? Dollar General massacre. And all of this going on, he's in the boxing ring with Mickey Mouse and standing like 5'3". So I'm just saying, these are all things that you got to look at, especially dealing with Florida. You know what I'm saying? So now here says prosecutors released a series of text messages in which Obumseli accused his girlfriend of stabbing him twice, as well as recording of her screaming at him and using racial slurs. So you're dealing with somebody that's calling you racial slurs and laughing like a goofball in the elevator. Like, unbelievable. Prosecutors released a series of text messages in which Obumseli accused his girlfriend of stabbing him twice, as well as a recording of her screaming at him and using racial slurs. Clenny's defense attorneys have slammed the recordings and text messages and other evidence as one-sided and being cherry-picked. Where it's their responsibility to put out information that tries to make Obumseli look bad. So where is their information to make Obumseli look bad? Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Deneen said that Ron wears the kitten heels. You said Ron wear the kitten heels? Yeah, he probably did. That's hilarious. Oh man, he wearing them kitten heels and is trying to stop all the LGBTQ stuff down there. That's crazy. It's crazy work. Come on, Ron, get it together, man. Figure out what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you want to run for president, you know what I'm saying, or not. Man, he's famous for getting beat twice by Trump. In Miami, the staff at the condo building where they lived tried to evict them after numerous complaints. Surveillance video from February of 2022 caught her attacking him in the elevator of their Miami apartment. Police say they received a frantic call from Courtney Clenny on April 3rd of 2022. She and her boyfriend, she said her boyfriend had been stabbed. Yeah, and she just left out the part that it was her that happened to stab him. You know what I'm saying? And he went there. Now, mind you, right? He went there after she was beating him up and busting him all upside his head.